Great awakening, light floors, and grand rising to those who have not yet awoken to the fact that if you don't use your mind intuitively and logically at the same time, then it really won't get you the results that you're looking for all the way. What you have to do is you have to actually take what you intuitively get through your visualization and visualize it to the point so strongly to the point where you are living in that reality that you see within your mind. Then, while you're living in that reality that you see in your mind, you take things around you in your environment within your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your environment because it is being expressed through your conscious mind, through your astrological energy, through your filter, through your consciousness. And the energy is going through your consciousness and is projecting a reality for you to see. And it's projecting it through the subconscious mind, the waters of new, the waves of all possibility of anything that can exist according to your own astrological energy, which is your phenotype, your genetic makeup, okay? How your genes are expressed. So you have to, after taking the visualization and visualize to the point where you become it throughout your subconscious mind and what's projected through the thoughts of being that being, you take the logical aspects of how to do what that being wants to do, and you break it down concretely into steps, and you break it down concretely into morals and principles, and you break it down concretely into ways of being and ways of living within that being that wants to do what it wants to do. That is how you become the higher self. That is how you become what you call the future self. You won't say my future self anymore. You will say I am. You say, I am this person. Like I say, I am JAH MASHIAC. I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. I say that because I visualize myself constantly spreading knowledge in any way possible through any medium. That's why I do it through multimedia. That's why I am a videographer. I am a vocal artist. I am a producer. I'm an engineer. I'm a search engine optimization specialist. I'm an online marketer, because I market with the skills that JAH MASHIAC has, with the skills that JAH MASHIAC, who this being sees as JAH MASHIAC, is his self. So I have the skills that JAH MASHIAC has because I am JAH MASHIAC, because I am one, and I am in constant communion with JAH MASHIAC, and JAH MASHIAC is a being within heaven. Heaven is a state of being in constant communion with the objective laws and principles that hold reality in existence, what people call God. It's a consciousness, it's consciousness that spreads through different levels of consciousness and spreads through a bandwidth of its own self and creates different laws and morals and principles to live by, and that you can see through your subconscious program, no matter what no matter what astrological program you have. Through your conscious program, I mean. Whatever you see through your conscious program, through your astrological energy, you can see the laws that hold reality in existence. You just have to be more aware of your reality and how far it reaches. Your mind is capable of visualizing anything. So if your mind is capable of visualizing anything, then that means that anything that you see within your mind, you can make reality through logical happenings. Your brain is a magnetic interface with the realm of all possibility. Your brain is taking in and filtering out energies. These energies are being taken through your astrological program and formatted into a reality for you to see. So your brain, if it can visualize and imagine something, that means it's connecting to a reality that a being that your mind, a being within your own conscious bandwidth, because of the law of correspondence. Within your own consciousness, anything that you can imagine is a part of one of your selves. It's a part of yourself. So that means it's a possibility. It's a possibility. It doesn't become concrete and probable and then something that can actually happen through Murphy's law. Anything that can happen will happen. It can't be anything that can't happen. It can't be anything that can't happen if you can't visualize it. Anything that can happen is a possibility. So you must connect with the possibility of it first. When you connect with the possibility of this thing happening, no matter how mediocre people think it sounds, then It will happen if you can fully connect to it. What can happen will happen. So when you are visualizing and meditating and imagining, don't stay in the state of wanting it, because that state of wanting it is their brain and your heart and all of the mechanisms that help you vibrate, that help you make frequencies, internal frequencies that vibrate out and attract to you realities, possibilities of existence. When you hold that state of wanting in your internal frequency, then that state of wanting will vibrate out. So you will constantly attract realities of wanting to be that being. You are constantly attract realities of wanting to do what you want to do. So you will constantly, even if you get a glimpses and glimpses of experiences of what you want to do, you will never fully be in that place of being that being and experiencing life through that being's being, because you're not fully connecting your consciousness with being that being internally through your internal frequency modules, and then vibrating it out into your subconscious mind so that it can attract back to you the reality of being that being. This is what it's all about. JAH is here to better morals and standards of thinking. JAH is here to better morals and standards of the mind. What do you think about daily? And how do you use that? How do you use your imagination to connect things that are logical, that can logically happen to it, so that it can manifest concretely in this realm? It takes motivation, self-motivation, self-determination, self-dedication, self-deification. You must understand how everything is yourself and how the mind actually works through quantum entanglement and the frequencies, all the frequencies of life. Be in constant communion with the laws, the objective facts that hold this reality in existence.